Siamo in un negozio di vinili e siamo con i WUNDERHORSE, che sono tutti loro. E l'obiettivo di oggi è quello di conoscere un po' i ragazzi attraverso i dischi che piacciono a loro, cosa li ha portati a formare una band, le ispirazioni magari anche che danno base poi alla creazione di nuova musica. Quindi io partirei col dire: Hi guys, how is the scouting going?
It's going good.
Good? Okay, who wants to start? Well, you've already picked a record. Okay, let's start with your record.
Sure, yeah.
So today we're asking the guys what's like your favorite record maybe, or why you pick up this record.
I picked out Cure for Pain, Morphine, because it was actually probably the first record I ever listened to with Jacob when we moved in together some 8 years ago or something.
Okay.
And he put me onto this. And spill beer on it.
I mean, okay, I can hold it. There you go.
And just a wicked band, 3-piece, saxophone, bass, drums, amazing drummer. The singer Mark, what's he called? Mark Salman. He plays the bass with just 2 strings on it on a slide.
Okay.
Very original sound.
Are they British?
American.
Yeah. Okay. And how did you?
Died of a heart attack in Italy on stage.
Oh.
Pretty sure it was in Italy.
Yeah, I think it was. It was in Rome, I think. I'm not sure.
How did you actually meet?
Jacob, I met. Well, he probably wouldn't even remember actually. but
that's a good story, I guess.
More or less the day we moved in together. We have mutual friends, and
I think I remember.
I think I met you on the street in Hackney.
Yeah. In Hackney, okay. And then you were like, okay, let's move in together.
It's like, fuck it.
Had mutual friends, and then to Jamie's horror, he figured I'd be moving in with me, and then that was an interesting year, wasn't it?
It was, pure chaos, really.
Pure chaos.
It was good. It was good fun though.
For a bit. Yeah.
7 Sisters.
Yeah.
Wow.
And was that the beginning of the idea of them becoming a band, or you already had?
No, Jacob was in a band already. So was I. I think everyone was kind of on their own trajectories for a while, and then I think, well, at least for the two of us anyway, some things kind of naturally came to a conclusion at similar times.
Okay.
And then when Jacob was just about ready to start up something new, got involved.
You were there.
Yeah.
Okay. Next record. Who's already picked a record?
I got one.
You got one?
I got one.
Okay, I can hold it.
There you go.
One.
It's Tom Waits, Heart Attack and Vine. Tom Waits, one of my favourite writers of all time. He's right up there with like Dylan and Neil Young and Joni Mitchell for me. So that's like maybe, I think the last record he did before he went into his more kind of experimental stuff that he was writing with his wife, started to collaborate with Kathleen Brennan a bit more. And that's like Swordfish Trombones, Rain Dogs kind of period. But this was the last one he did like this. And it's kind of got a bit of everything he does really well on it. When I was really young, someone showed me a video of him playing the title track. It's like black and white. It's one of the best live performances I've ever seen. So if you can find that on YouTube, him doing Heart Attack and Vine, it's well worth a watch. But yeah, Tom Waits.
Would you consider him one of your main inspirations, like one of the reasons why you decided to become a musician as well?
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, Tom Waits?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. He's like, my dad played me a song of his called Burma Shave. I was like probably about 11 or 12 years old, and totally changed the way I thought about music. So ever since then, really, I've just been obsessed with him, to be honest. Yeah.
Beh, abbiamo già una bella doppia selezione. Okay, who's next?
Who's next?
I've got one.
Yeah, man.
You go. Okay, you can hold.
Sick, good choice.
So I've gone with Hendrix, Band of Gypsies. And this was actually one of the first records I bought. So it's got a special place in my heart. And it's, it was all recorded sort of live as well in New York. So it's got a nice flow to it. It's just,
it was electric. You know, the name of my show is Electric Ladyland.
Oh, cool.
Yes, because of Hendrix. Have you ever been to New York? Yes.
No, I haven't been to New York.
You haven't? Oh, okay.
No, this is my first time in Italy. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
and you're lucky you're in the best city. No, I'm kidding.
Has that got Machine Gun on it?
Yeah, this has got Machine Gun and Who Knows and Changes.
Yeah. That version of Machine Gun's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it's
so
mad.
So sick.
What is the best place you've ever been in your life? Apart from Italy, I guess.
Apart from the northeast.
Yeah, apart from the northeast. I don't know, probably like recent trips to Morocco with Jacob.
Oh, wow.
Have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Morocco's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, kind of chasing waves, I guess. Chasing the sun and the waves.
Where are you exactly from? Because my mum was born in Derby.
I'm in Derby.
Yes.
In Derbyshire.
So it's northern England, right?
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah, well, I was born in Lincolnshire. So I guess that's kind of... I think that's near Derbyshire.
I don't know. She was just born there.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're not from there. I was hoping.
No,
okay. And the next record?
Yeah. It's not technically a record.
Okay, it's okay. Flies. You know they have printed like an edition like 2 years ago with like actual flies inside.
Oh, that's gnarly, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. So Alice in Chains.
Yeah, I just grew up listening to this record.
Okay, I can hold it.
This EP. Yeah, it's got Nutshell on it, so that's all. Yeah, it's brilliant. I struggle to sort of like articulate what I like about it, but it's
just you like it.
Yeah. I grew up with it, so
It's got like Stay Away on it.
Yeah, it's remarkable. Really.
Do you have like a favorite record shop, where you go?
There's this one record shop that I've been going to in London, somewhere in Brick Lane, and they've got some really cool. I don't know what they're called.
No, it's fine. But you go there like often?
Every time I go to London, I pop in there. Yeah.
And what about you guys? Do you have like a favorite record shop?
There's one. I like it mostly because I can walk to it, but it is really cool. It's called Book and Record Store in West Norwood in South London.
Okay.
But it's just because
you can walk
I
there.
live around there, so if I go down there. There's a nice little like clothes shop I like. I always do the little buy a few clothes, go to the record store. It's like it's all second-hand records. They put gigs on in there. It's a cute spot.
Do you like live records, like live recorded records?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
We do like that.
Because is it like is it helpful for you like to listen to how it sounds live, or it's just because you like it? Because I'm not a musician, so I don't know if it changes your perspective while listening to it.
I don't know. I mean, it's it's exciting, I guess. I think it's like. Do you mean like a record of an actual live show?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah, those are cool as well.
Yeah.
Often, maybe sacrifice a bit of like
the quality
a little bit. But if it was a great show, then it'll still be a great
country artist Towns Van Zandt has got a brilliant live record called Rearview Mirror, and he's got kind of a collection of from a few of his albums in just one show, and it's probably the best of Towns.
Yeah, Harry and I actually we were part of a Towns Van Zandt like covers night. There was a bit of a band thrown together.
Okay.
Loved it. Yeah, big fan of him.
And talking about live show, you're playing in Glastonbury this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you most excited to see? Because he probably did a spoiler. Is it like Neil Young? Yes, of course.
He's just one of the greatest ever to do it, So
yeah.
That'd be great. I mean, Brian Jonestown Massacre playing too. That'd be good.
True.
Who else? Prodigy. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Always good. Always a good live show.
Are there artists that are not like rock headlining, like more pop-ish artists?
I haven't actually looked at the line.
No, me neither actually. I can ask Gigi maybe.
So the liners, there is the 1975.
1975.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Charlie. Oh wow. The Brat Summer's over, so what are we doing next? I don't know.
Just do it all again.
Start all again.
Yeah.
Our life can start again. And what was the artist that you've been listening to? Maybe we can find some records here. That made you, like you said, Tom Waits was one of your biggest inspirations. But like, what was an album maybe you were listening to, and after listening to it, you were like, okay, I would like to become a musician. I would like to be like them. Is there a specific album or a specific artist. I remember listening to the Arctic Monkeys the first time. I was like, I would love to be a musician, but then I couldn't make it. But I remember it was the Arctic Monkeys like turning me on in a some kind of way.
Well, really for me it was like The Who. My dad used to play The Who when I was really young, and he played me the album Quadrophenia, and I remember initially I wanted to be a drummer. I wanted to be Keith Moon. That was my sort of. So I started off playing the drums, and
I'm glad you didn't follow his path, though.
Well, yeah. Well, also I just, Jamie was a hell of a lot better at drumming, so I thought I better.
No, I was talking about like how his life,
Yeah.
It was cool. It was an amazing musician, but we all know how it ended,
Total original in terms of how he played and what he played, and he's a very, very special drummer. In my opinion, I'm not a drum aficionado. No. Jamie.
Best drummer ever.
Ooh. I don't know if I actually really have a favourite, but Keith's up there.
Okay.
Ginger Baker as well.
Ginger Baker, okay.
That guy's out of this world.
What about Ringo?
Ringo's great, man. He doesn't get enough.
Writing parts. And he probably doesn't get enough credit, really.
No.
Yeah, once you're in a band with Paul and John, it's very hard to be Ringo, I guess. Even if you're such a good musician, but it's... Yeah. Paul and John must have been a little intrusive, maybe.
They're both quite good, so it's
they're both quite good.
Intimidating. But if you listen to like what Ringo's playing, it's never obvious stuff. He's totally unique in his approach to how he complements the songwriting. His choices are superb. Yeah. You don't really hear many other people play like that.
And what about you guys? Like, what were the artists?
I just got it out here now. Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah.
I feel like we rep this in every interview.
Yeah.
It's such a great record.
I mean,
man.
this was the first record I listened to when I was like a kid, like 6 years old. That actually, it's kind of cliche to say something changed your life, but I think it really did.
It's not
It's the one record I can listen to now and it will make me feel like a 7-year-old kid listening to rock music.
Yeah.
And there's maybe 3 records that can do that for me, and this is still one of them.
And what are the other 2?
Other 2? Oh,
because
God. Probably, although it's not my favourite Nirvana record, but probably Bleach, because that was the first Nirvana record that I got into. And the third one I can't.
No, I didn't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, this is aged well. This record.
Yes. And what about that man over there? Because I keep on saying Ozzy, because he's actually playing his last show this summer in England, the last show ever. And he's another man who's not aged very well, but still, everyone is probably willing to see him for the last time on stage. Would you be there if you could? Would you go and see his last?
Yeah. I'd probably go and see it. These guys. I guess maybe they haven't aged well because they lived
fully
so hard.
Yes.
And they a lot of people these days are sort of into flat whites and smoothies and doing their morning pages.
Being
that's
vegan.
Definitely not what these guys were doing. And that's not what it's not really what it was about back then. And they were sort of true to what they were. And people are still going to see him now, so I kind of respect that definitely.
Yeah. But I think his voice is still working though. The last time he played live, his voice was there. It was the rest of the body that was not there.
We saw them, didn't we, when we were? Yeah, that was. Do you remember that?
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't remember?
I remember not remembering it.
And it was supposed to be like their last show, and that was 10
I
years
remember.
ago.
That was at Download.
Yeah. It's a Download.
What's the best show you've ever been to? Like the best live show?
Radiohead Glastonbury.
Radiohead Glastonbury.
Yeah, it was insane.
Okay.
Yeah, you were there as well. Yeah, that was so good.
Is that a long show?
Like an hour and a half.
It didn't feel long, did it?
Felt quick. That was amazing.
It was over in 5 minutes, but.
Okay, because that was so good that it was gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty special that one.
That was great, yeah. And the meat puppets. You remember seeing the meat
Puppets
puppets
in
like a uni
shows
hall.
ever,
That was
man.
so sick.
Yeah.
Meat puppet.
Meat Puppets, yeah. So they wrote, that song, Lake of Fire and Plateau that Nirvana ended up covering in the Unplugged album.
Okay.
Old, like around the 80s originally.
Okay.
Late 80s, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, like big inspiration for Nirvana, basically.
Okay. And you saw them live?
Yeah, they were just playing at this really random venue in London.
University hall.
It was really weird. Yeah, like
Okay.
300 cap, something like that.
But they were so good.
Yeah, they were wicked.
Great show.
What about you? Best show ever?
Best show I've ever, maybe off the top of my head, I'm not quite sure, but definitely in recent years.
Yeah.
Last year we saw Cypress Hill.
Was that 2 years ago or last year?
Might have been 2 years
Cypress
ago.
Hill?
And that was amazing. That was like really took me by surprise. I think maybe we were on a particular wave also that was just right for the moment. And then there was
What's that wave?
I don't
God
know.
knows, I don't
Just,
know.
something in the air.
Something in the air. Okay.
Also
came together.
Prodigy as well.
Wow,
which
Prodigy.
is,
Before
Isle
Keith
of Wight.
died?
After.
After.
Yeah, this was last year.
Last year. Okay.
And didn't even catch the full set, so really looking
Like
forward
20
to
minutes of it.
really looking forward to it. Was like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was.
But was that cool? Like good?
Yeah,
Because I really I would love to see them live,
No,
but
it
I'm
was
sorry,
great,
Keith.
It was really cool. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch the whole thing at Glastonbury.
Oh, they will be in Glastonbury.
Pretty sure,
Okay.
I actually saw them like a couple months afterwards, just before Christmas, and see them at Brixton, and they were caught the whole set, and it was great. Great, real good set.
Okay, guys. So thank you so much. I know this album actually. I know this EP, but I don't know this. So we will suggest them for our audience in Radiofreccia, and as we say, grazie mille. Maybe see you later.
Yeah, of course.